Once upon a time, in a sparkling blue ocean, there lived a little turtle named Tilly. Tilly was smaller than all the other turtles in her family, and sometimes she felt like she wasn't as brave or strong as they were. But Tilly had a big heart and a curious mind, and she loved exploring the colorful coral reefs near her home. One sunny morning, Tilly was swimming near the edge of the reef when she noticed something glimmering in the sand. She swam closer and discovered a beautiful, golden seashell. It was unlike anything she had ever seen before. As soon as she touched it, the shell began to glow, and a soft, magical voice said, "Tilly, you have been chosen for a special adventure. This shell will guide you to help someone in need." Tilly's eyes widened with excitement. She had always dreamed of going on an adventure, but she wasn't sure if she was brave enough. Still, she tucked the magical shell into her backpack and set off, following the glowing light it emitted. The shell led her to a dark, rocky cave where a tiny seahorse named Sammy was trapped. Sammy had gotten stuck in a tangle of seaweed and couldn't free himself. "Help!" he cried. "I can't get out." Tilly's heart raced. The cave looked scary, and the seaweed was thick and slimy. But she remembered the shell's words and took a deep breath. "I'll help you, Sammy," she said bravely. Using her strong little beak, she nibbled away at the seaweed until Sammy was free. "Thank you, Tilly," Sammy said, swimming in happy circles. "You're the bravest turtle I know." Tilly smiled, feeling proud of herself. The magical shell glowed brighter, and the voice said, "Well done, Tilly. Your courage and kindness have made the ocean a better place." From that day on, Tilly carried the magical shell with her everywhere she went. She wasn't just a little turtle anymore. She was a brave adventurer who helped anyone in need. And whenever she felt unsure, she remembered that even the smallest creatures can do big, amazing things. A crow, parched and weary from a long flight under the scorching sun, was desperately searching for water. He had flown for miles, his throat dry and scratchy, without finding a single drop. The landscape stretched out before him, barren and hot. Finally, in the distance, he spotted a tall tree. Hope flickered in his chest. Perhaps there would be water nearby. He summoned the last of his strength and flew towards the tree, landing on a branch. Beneath the tree, he saw it. A pitcher, half hidden in the shade. With renewed hope, the crow swooped down and peered inside. His heart sank. The pitcher contained very little water, barely enough to cover the bottom. He tried to reach it with his beak, but it was too short. He couldn't reach the water. Discouragement washed over him. He was so close, yet so far. He thought about giving up, but his thirst was overwhelming. He looked around, his sharp eyes scanning the area. And then, he saw them. Pebbles. Small, smooth stones scattered on the ground nearby. An idea sparked in the crow's clever mind. He picked up a pebble in his beak and flew back to the pitcher. Carefully, he dropped the pebble into the pitcher. He flew back and picked up another pebble, and another, and another. Slowly, patiently, he dropped pebble after pebble into the pitcher. It was hard work. The crow was tired and his beak was sore, but he didn't give up. He continued to carry pebbles and drop them into the pitcher. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the water level began to rise. The crow watched with anticipation, his heart pounding. He dropped in one last pebble, and the water level rose high enough for him to reach with his beak. With a grateful cry, the crow drank deeply, quenching his thirst. He had used his intelligence and perseverance to solve a difficult problem. He had learned that even when things seem impossible, a little ingenuity and persistence can go a long way. Refreshed and revived, The crow spread his wings and soared into the sky, ready to continue his journey.